Hydroscience?
Hell, it's happy on that.
Well, what's hydro?
I don't know. I majored in English literature, whatever that is.
We asked Tanner this, and I think you may have been asked this early in camp when they're possibly playing two guys. What's the key for the both of you to be able to make this work, make the game plan work, and execute when you're in there?
Just always staying ready, always staying on your toes. It's different when you're not taking every snap. Maybe it's tougher to get into a rhythm or whatever, but that being said, you just got to be ready, you got to prepare, and when you're in there, make your reps count.
What would it mean to you to get a start after what the last 6-7 weeks have been like, to be back in that position, even if it is splitting reps in some capacity?
That'd be cool. It's been a while, and those first 4 or 5 weeks or whatever, it seemed like they took a long time. So, it'd be exciting to get a chance to start again.
Does that reflect on where you are now? That obviously you have a chance to start again. Or what's anxious? Or what's it like?
I'm just excited. Like every week, you're excited going into a game. You're excited to prepare and feel like you can really get a feel for the opponent and be ready to play the game. So, it's the same feelings that I've had before, just excitement and ready to go.
Why do you think a two quarterback system can work?
What's that?
Why do you think a two? If it does, why do you think that would be?
I think we got good players. I think me and Tanner can both do a lot of good things, and we're both very different quarterbacks. So I think if used correctly, and I can't say I know necessarily how that is or how it's going to work, but I think we have the players in the system who can make it work.
You said before in practice when there's a competition, you can't watch the other guy because then you're saying, "Uh-oh, I've got to one-up him."
Mm-hmm.
How do you handle that in the game if he's on the field and he makes a play, and you're like, "Oh man, next time I go, I better make a play."
You really, anytime you're on the field in the game, you want to make a play, but you got to do that. You got to be smart with it. You got to know when not to force it, when not to press too much. But I anticipated kind of be like a camp scrimmage or something like that, where everyone's kind of tense, and you guys know how camp scrimmages are. They're important, and you're splitting reps, you're standing on the sidelines for a while, and all of a sudden it's all right, Joel, you got this series. So if it's like that, then we've had success at camp scrimmages before, so I don't see it going any differently.
What did you learn the value from getting the reps you did against our first game when you look back at the tape?
I think we did a lot of good things. We moved the ball in the second half, and I thought we were able to hit a couple of play action passes. We had the 2 deep balls, which you'd like to be able to convert on, but we had a shot at them, and that's all you can ask for. So I think we did some good things offensively, and a lot of good things that we can build off of.
How unusual do you think it is to be 5 games into the season and not really know how you're going to be used when there's a game coming up in a few days?
It's certainly different than the past 2 years. After 5 weeks into the season, we had a good feel for. Well, I guess my freshman year was constantly changing as Coach Canada continued to change the offense and stuff weekly. But I think it's exciting. Not necessarily knowing exactly what it's going to be like going into the game. I think the game plan will just continue to grow these next couple of days, and I think with practice and everything like that, we can really get settled into it.
Do you think in some respects the competition is back where it was in fall, and that Gary said it's 1A and 1B right now, and if one guy gets hot, we'll run away with it? In some respects, does it feel like you guys are starting all over?
I would say so in some respects, where we were a little more evenly splitting reps today in practice, and that's the same thing Coach Ludd told us is, that's how it goes. If you got a hot hand, you go with the hot hand, whether it's me or him. So, so that being said, also it's exciting, just having the opportunity that either one of us could, go in and play well and, give the team a good opportunity to win.
Do you expect to be used the same way, or maybe use more your passing and his running, or?
I'm not sure how it's going to be used. Obviously as a quarterback, you like to throw the ball, so hopefully, if when I do go in, I'll get a chance to throw it around a little bit. But I'm not sure how they're going to use either of us or how they plan to really split it up.
Before last week's game, you hadn't played, of course, since the Capital One Bowl. There were some, good plays, some bad plays. How much better off are you having last week's experience going into this week?
I think that helped a lot. Just getting back in there in a game, getting the feel for the speed of the game and everything like that again. and you know, just getting those first couple snaps for this season under my belt, I think really helped.
You're definitely not playing wide receiver though, right? You
Me,
say that.
I wouldn't anticipate I'll be playing too much wide receiver.
Anything else for Joel, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.